Hello and welcome. My name's Tony Kingham. I'm editor of Border Security Report magazine and a director of the World Border Security Congress. Today, I'm joined by Paul Hollingshead. Paul is head of Europe, Middle East and Asia for Anduril Industries. Welcome, Paul. I hope you're well.
Thanks, Tony. Yeah, pleasure to be here.
Good, good. Firstly, can you give us a brief background on Anduril Industries?
Yeah, for sure. Thank you. Anduril Industries is a defense technology company. Our mission is to transform US and allied military and national security capabilities with advanced technology. We were founded in 2017 based on two key trends. One, that the United States has been falling behind in critical technology areas, which are going to matter for the future for military or national security. And these are things like autonomous systems, AI, sensor fusion, computer vision, and that the traditional industrial primes which have supported them, while great at hardware, have not necessarily been well equipped to build that technology. And the second trend is that prominent technology companies such as those in Silicon Valley, where the talent, funding, technology, tools, and infrastructure existed, had made it clear that they didn't want to work on these problems in national security or defense. So given the above, that there was a white space in the defense industry.
Okay, thank you. So could you tell me something more about Anduril's offering in the maritime border area?
Yeah, I mean, so first and foremost, to focus on the kind of products that we build, we're a defense product company. So we are taking private capital to take on research and development before we sell it to the government. And the result is that we iterate and innovate significantly faster than typical government contract timelines. And by taking particularly smart and attracting particularly smart software and hardware engineers from the technology companies like the SpaceX's, Teslas, Googles, Ubers, Palantirs, etc., and hiring people with operational experience at all levels, we're combining those smart engineers as well as operators with first-hand knowledge of the mission sets required in national security. So across a range of activities that we're involved in are broadly fixed site, multi-domain security. So that also applies to border security in wide areas. Secondly, tactical aerial systems. Thirdly, joint all-domain command and control. And then fourth aspect would be mission autonomy. And if you apply this to maritime surveillance, maritime borders, you can assume that that for most Western nations, certainly with European maritime borders, there's a significant gap in the ability to detect, track, and identify potential threat vectors, whether it be from the illegal immigration, from contraband smuggling, etc. So Anduril is offering cutting-edge autonomous sensors using artificial intelligence and sophisticated software, which modernizes the management of those wide areas and surveillance and expands the frontiers of the digital governance for increased security. What does that mean? Well, we are able to use autonomous systems to automate the detection, tracking, and identification of threats, which enables respective coast guards, militaries, border security units tasked to a particular region to spend more of their time responding to threats instead of spending the time collecting, processing, analyzing, and disambiguating data in order to detect them in the first place.
So do you use, sorry, is it your own hardware you use, or is it, are you integrating other people's systems?
It's a combination of both, actually. The foundation of our offering is a software platform, an AI-powered software platform, which we call Lattice, and that uses a combination of computer vision, machine learning, mesh networking to fuse real-time data from either Anduril's hardware products or third-party hardware, and that brings it into a single autonomous operating picture. So in essence, our customers are able to build a 3D model of everything that's happening in a large area, either using the backwards compatibility of Lattice to integrate with their existing platforms, networks, systems, processes, and services, and also take advantage of Lattice for future compatibility, next generation autonomous systems, next generation drones, land-based assets, maritime assets. And this is a field-proven technology. So for example, in July 2020, we were awarded a contract with the US Customs and Border Protection to deploy the Lattice platform alongside AI-enabled autonomous sentry towers, which aids in situation awareness on the southern and northern borders in the United States. So with that particular contract, we moved from a pilot of approximately 4 autonomous sentry towers to a program of record in less than 3 years. And that's not only a first, obviously, for Anduril as a nascent company, but we believe that that was the fastest transition of a program in the national security space in more than 7 decades. It's certainly the first widespread adoption of AI or autonomous systems by the US government.
And is that's on the land border?
It's a combination. It's multi-domain. So maritime border, observing the coast, terrestrial, looking from a counter-intrusion perspective of what may be coming across the border, and even the air. We're so full multi-domain, air, land, and sea.
So do you use your own, have you developed your own drones, or are you, again, integrating other systems?
Yeah, ideally, Anduril would be focused on simply optimizing and ingesting the data and the information that comes off other third-party platforms. But where third-party platforms haven't necessarily taken aspects or design aspects such as autonomy in from the outset, we have built our own. That being said, from a hardware perspective, we largely assemble and take hardware from third-party suppliers, assemble them together to create autonomous systems. So from a radar perspective, electro-optics, LiDAR, acoustics, we are not building our own hardware. We're taking those sensors from third parties, optimizing against them, and sprinkling a little bit of Lattice on top of it to make them work autonomously and more effectively.
Okay, fantastic. Thank you for that. That was really interesting. That concludes our chat with Paul today. Remember, you can meet Paul and his team at the World Border Security Congress held in Athens in June, so join us there. If you're a government official working in the border area, you can join us on the Border Security Network. It's like LinkedIn, but for border officials and government officials only. And you will receive your own copy of Border Security Report magazine. Finally, thank you for watching. Enjoy the rest of your day. Stay safe and goodbye.